In the 1910 United States, a baseless belief emerged that white women visiting ice cream parlors were at risk of being lured and abducted into prostitution by immigrant-run Middle Eastern businesses. The media frenzy and moral panic surrounding this controversy led to the passage of the Mann Act in 1910. This legislation made it illegal to transport women across state lines without a male companion, under the pretext of ensuring their protection. This moral panic served the interests of certain individuals in power such as Congressman James Robert Mann and U.S. District Attorney Edwin W. Sims. It is precisely these moral panics that provide grifters with the ideal conditions to exploit public fears and profit from them, even though these grifters themselves were fueling this moral panic. The term grift originated in the early 20th century United States, likely derived from graft, which meant profit gained through dishonest means. Moral panic, on the other hand, is a widespread and exaggerated public concern over a perceived threat to societal values or norms. It arises from various sources, such as media coverage, political discourse, or social movements, and triggers intense outrage and calls for action. These panics can have damaging consequences, fostering fear, prejudice, and discrimination while diminishing civil liberties. The 17th century Salem witch trials serve as evidence that this phenomenon is not a recent occurrence. These trials were part of a larger history of witch hunts in Western Europe. Influenced by church politics, family feuds, and accusations from hysterical children, these trials led to the persecution and execution of numerous innocent individuals, often from marginalized minorities. Fast forward to the early 21st century, the impact of these moral panics lingers on.
Local reviews in Rochdale, Rotherham and Telford expose the systematic rape, abuse and exploitation of vulnerable young women and girls.
A series of sexual offenses that took place in several towns in the United Kingdom sparked a moral panic surrounding a rumor of Muslim grooming gangs, groups of individuals often of Asian descent or Muslim men who were falsely accused of sexually abusing young girls. Right-wing activists and mainstream actors popularized this stereotype. Meanwhile, in the United States, the historical influence of right-wing radio has played a significant role in amplifying xenophobic and extremist views through influential figures who usually capitalize on fear that exists in conservative society. Salem Broadcasting, starting with its station in North Carolina, continued this legacy by actively promoting racist themes and stirring the flames of moral panic. In addition, other radio personalities like hard-right conspiracy theorist Alex Jones exploit race and racism to stoke fears and promote Islamophobia, capitalizing on existing tensions and anxieties among their audience. Moral panic continued to prevail as the Trump era unfolded, with influential right-wing media outlets, including Fox News, spreading fear and perpetuating myths about supposed threats to American values. This included the famous War on Christmas headline, which exaggerated concerns about the erosion of traditional Christian celebrations, as well as stories that fueled fear of immigrants, such as the birthright citizenship crisis.
Going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship.
This panic-driven atmosphere led to policies like the Muslim travel ban and the costly border wall with Mexico, which was not paid for by Mexico. Moreover, the propagation of xenophobic content extended beyond the United States, finding fertile ground in right-wing media outlets in Europe, such as the UK's Sun and Daily Mail newspapers. The acceptance and promotion of such narratives created an environment where truth could easily be dismissed. This was exemplified by the term alternative facts, which gained significant attention when counselor to President Trump, Kellyanne Conway, used it to defend false claims about the attendance numbers at Donald Trump's inauguration. Furthermore, in 2020, a court case against host Tucker Carlson was dropped after he successfully argued that his live primetime TV statements should not be taken seriously by any reasonable viewer as factual evidence. This sheds light on the prevalence of alternative facts during the Trump era, challenging the very essence of truth and objective reality. Trump administration's promotion of alternative facts strengthened the rise of a post-truth society, where objective facts become irrelevant.
It's just not true. Look, alternative facts are not facts. They're falsehoods.
Figures like Alex Jones spreading completely disregarded facts surrounding the tragic Sandy Hook school massacre exemplify the dangerous consequences of this environment. This erosion of truth has created fertile ground for the emergence of online grifters, con artists who exploit trust for personal gain. Their actions contribute to a moral panic in the digital realm, leaving victims struggling to identify or hold them accountable for their deceptive practices. Recently, riots in the UK seem to be triggered by a tragic attack at a children's dance event. However, the true cause of the riot was the escalation of misinformation as far-right groups exploited community anger to fuel anti-immigration and anti-Muslim sentiments, ultimately leading to violence, clashes with authorities, and attacks on mosques, libraries, and local businesses in a number of English towns. Moreover, far-right social media organized anti-immigrant rallies with far-right figure and founder of the English Defense League, Tommy Robinson, promoting participation through his social media platforms. Despite the perpetrator being a Welsh-born resident, social media grifters spread baseless claims of him being a Muslim migrant. Another grifter, Andrew Tate, who claims to be a Muslim, shared a video on X. In the video, he made false statements suggesting that an undocumented migrant had entered a Taylor Swift dance class and stabbed 6 young girls. He further claimed that this individual arrived in the UK on a boat, and nobody knew who he was or where he came from. The video has been viewed more than 14.9 million times. Not only that, he kept instigating violence through his social media platforms. But wait, there's more to the story. Tech billionaire Elon Musk, who's known for using social media to manipulate the stock market and public opinion, was at the heart of the UK riots. He went on a tweeting rampage, spreading the idea that civil war is inevitable, and furthering the misinformation campaign, fueling the riots.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.